Well, hello, and good morning to you. There is so much happening. So many things happened over the weekend. My goodness, the terrorists have taken over. Wow. Have you ever seen a hostage situation, a shooting, a crazy takeover? What's it? Al-Shabaab? So we've moved from Al-Qaeda now to Al-Shabaab, and we now think that 3 Americans are among the people who are part of this whole mass shooting thing. Oh my goodness, and the president entered and went to the memorial service of the Navy Yard shooting, all those victims last week. And every time we see that gun control is now going to come back to the surface. Why? Because there's a mass shooting. So are we only going to talk about it and only going to put it back on the agenda and on the table when there is a mass shooting? I am incensed about this whole thing. I'm truly wondering, what is it about guns that we so love in those guns? And when you think about it, when people have guns in their houses and someone comes in to hurt them, that by the time they get to the gun that they have, because we are hoping it's in the case, locked up somewhere, or it's under your pillow, kind of scary to be under your pillow. How fast can you get to that gun to actually kill the intruder that comes to your house, into your house? And unless you're living in one of those states where, people are allowed to be trigger happy because of the stand your ground law, what do? It is just simply amazing. And someone needs to tell the media, the networks, why are you giving Wayne LaPierre so much time to speak his stupid? Oh, as soon as the good guys came with the guns, it stopped. We need more good guys with guns. Okay, Mr. LaPierre, I'm a good guy. I don't want a gun. What am I doing with a gun? What is the gun for? And why do we have so many guns? And why is it that we simply can't pass the universal background check? Why can't we do that? I think it would have prevented that crazy young man last week from going into a store in Virginia and buying the gun that he used to kill all those people. And when I watch the whole scene in Nairobi, where do people get all these big old guns? Seriously. You can't even go to the mall and be relaxed without having to look over your shoulder and wondering if there's going to be a terrorist attack somewhere in the mall? What are we feeling? What are we going through? What is happening to us in this world? Are we so filled with hate? And those gunmen, who they say are Somalians or Americans or whomever they are, they call themselves Al-Shabaab. But I wonder if those young men love who they are. Can you love yourself and then you kill people? I just don't see that. It doesn't add up in that equation. And I personally am simply wondering, why do we have so many guns? Is it that we have to have guns to feel protected or feel mighty or feel in charge, or, oh, I can just kill somebody if I want to? I'm not getting that. I really am not. Are you getting it? Are you feeling this? So why aren't we calling Wayne LaPierre and the NRA to say, shut up? Remember what you said years ago, that universal background check is okay? Can you just get back to that place? That's a start. And there's a big debate whether it's dealing with gun control or dealing with mental health. I'm really not so sure that all the people, well, the young man said he was hearing voices and he called and told the police and all that. But are all the people, the guy in Aurora, was he hearing voices too? All the people that are being recruited for Al-Shabaab or Al-Qaeda or any other terrorist organization, are they hearing voices? Or are they just filled with hate for themselves and hate for America and their own country, that they decide to go out and join this crazy bunch of people to hurt other people? I want us to look deeply inside ourselves today to see what the root is. It's not simply about mental health. It's not simply about gun control. It's also about what I try to stress on this show every single day I am sitting in this chair. It is about people loving who they are, being content with who they are, being able to live day to day, because that's what God promises us, to provide our daily bread, not our bread for tomorrow, because we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. And I think that is, and also, of course, living in humility. Why is it that we all want what Oprah has? Or we all want what Jennifer Aniston has? Or, name the star. That's what we want. Why can't we just want what is us in our spirit? What is your passion that you want? And deal from that place of your passion and try to achieve that passion by first starting to love who you are and then move from there. Why can't we just do that? Because I promise you that the people that are killing others don't love who they are. It's simple. Yes, it might not look so simple to you, but it is simple. If we're guided by the Spirit that's in us and the faith that we have in the Almighty One, God, through His Son Jesus, we will be a better people. Just go read Mark 11 from verse 22. That's what I have on my Twitter and on my Facebook today. So I plead with you to pray for all the victims and all the family members of those who died senselessly on Saturday. It's just truly amazing to see that it started on Saturday and it was actually still going on today. Because we're hearing conflicting stories about, yes, all the hostages are free and we have the guys, and I hope they really have those guys. I hope none of those guys got killed, because they need to pay for what they've done. There's a judgment for doing bad things. On a good note, Chancellor Merkel has won herself a third term in Germany. Ms. Merkel is on cloud because she has won almost with a landslide. So who is she gonna coalition with? We have to watch and see for that one. And right here in the US, our favorite woman of the hour, Hillary Clinton, has given an interview And she is struggling. What is it that she says? She is wrestling. That's her words. With the run for the White House in 2016. Because Hillary Clinton ain't no fool. She knows that despite the fact that everyone says it's yours and you can't lose it, it's yours to lose, you never know what happens. What happens if Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, the senator, new senator, that has been featured in all these money shows and documentaries, what if she comes running? Young Senator Obama did, but I think maybe she want to stay there for a little bit. So 2016 is not promised to anyone. Hillary is enjoying life without being in politics for a minute, because she's been in it for a very long time. So let us give her a chance to find out deep within herself if this is what she truly wants, instead of trying to pressure the poor woman into getting into something she probably don't really want to get into. But out of obligation that everyone wants to say Madame President in 2016. Let us give her the moment she needs. Yeah, she's keeping herself in the, out there in the public eye so you can see what's going on. But it doesn't seem like even Bill knows what's in her heart. A very good interview with President Clinton on Fareed Zakaria. I call Fareed the most intelligent man on television. So we'll just continue to watch Fareed and see what he has for us. So very good interview with President Clinton. And he let out no secrets about 2016. He just ramped it up to make you more curious. Okay? So if he doesn't know and he has a pillow talk, I'm not quite sure anybody else knows. Not even Chelsea knows. Anyway, so the question is it gun control? Is it mental health? Or it just simply is that people hate who they are? And we need to try to encourage more people to celebrate themselves, to love who they are and where they are at this particular time of your life. Because we just don't know. Things can come to an end really quickly by crazy nurses who stick things into syringes without your permission. That's in my case with my daughter. So you just never know. So let us begin at an easy place. It's simply easy to say the magic words, I love me. Hope you had a great weekend. We welcome you to the Diana Wright Show live. At my website, it's www.dianawrighttv.webs.com. Welcome to you from around the world and in the United States, and thank you so much for joining me today. We hope that we can give you some word of hope. Increase your faith and allow you to believe that there are indeed miracles and your words will get you what you want. So, let's press on here as we go to another question that I have. And this is my question. Why is it that the little people, ordinary people like myself and you, we are 99% of the population? Maybe 98. There are 2% of people who are doing very well, who are wealthy, who are celebrities, who are stars, who are in their zone. But some of them still find themselves going to take some drugs and get sick. Yeah? And profess the weakness that they have. And instead of being glorious to God with what He gave them, they go and they screw it all up. So yes, we have to compensate for those people. But the people I'm talking to today is 99% strong. So why is it that when you have a project, when you have a book, when you have an idea, you just can't seem to get it out there? Because there's no room for you and I. But if you're a sibling of the star, You can talk a lot of crap and get noticed for talking crap. You can get your book out there even if the book is no damn good, like Sarah Palin's daughter, who only sold, I think, like 30 copies, they said. Or you can get your book that you have some lies in, like Senator Marco Rubio, and get it really whipped by Chris Matthews. What is it about the fact that when we are the ones, the 99%ers, I'm talking to you. You're the ones who are voting in these crazy people to send them to Washington to block everything, to corrupt the government, to talk crazy, and only when they get there, they're just simply thinking about how they're going to win the next thing, the next election, the next bigger job. Because yeah, though I hate my government so much, I still want to be part of that government. Because being a part of that government gives me power to speak. It lets the media come and follow me no matter what crap I'm talking. Hello. 99%ers, are you thinking? Are you truly going to vote these stupid guys back in 2014, 2016, or whenever the next term of their victories end? How do we do this? How can we elect people to go to Washington to work against us? I'm just not getting that. I'm not feeling it. And you know, as the young African Americans say these days, you feel me? I want you to feel me today, because I truly believe that you have power in your numbers, because the 2% of people who are successful in this country leaves 98% of us to fight and scratch and struggle, and we can't get on a show with a book that we have. And mine is Deadly Negligence, and I have no shame in saying I love me, and I believe that Deadly Negligence deserve to get the publicity, so no other family will have to go through what I went through and my daughter and my family went through. No shame about saying that. So why can't we be on the New York Times bestseller list and the top of Amazon's list and USA Today list, because everybody has a list these days? The only thing that we see, the Bible has never made any list, but it's the best-selling book on the planet. So 99%ers, I address you. I want you to assert yourself today. Assert your power that you do have, and let it rip. Let it rip. I want you to go on Facebook and let it rip. Go on Twitter, tweet these people, and let them know what you're feeling. Why is it that you are left out of the game every single time? And all we can hear is that they want to cut this and cut that. But remember, as part of sequestration was the air traffic controllers and the FAA, you know, those searching bag people from the TSA. But as soon as the rich complained, oh, it's taking me too long to go through the airport, I can't get to my meetings. Oh my God, those guys rambled back to Washington and fixed it. So why are they trying to take food out of poor people's mouth, do you ask? Why is that? And why is it this obsession with defunding Obamacare or getting rid of it by repealing it? You can't repeal it, so stop lying to the damn people. It cannot be repealed as a law. It can be fixed. It can be adjusted. There can be exemptions, which I think President Obama have exempted a whole lot of people, and he better be careful what he's doing with all those exemptions too. Yeah, Mr. President. So why don't we take the law with all its imperfections and try to make it better? Instead of trying to repeal it, which we know we can't, and we're lying to the people. Because we're lying. You politicians are lying to the people because you cannot repeal that law. And you cannot defund it either. Who knew that? Yeah, we know. There's some good things about the Affordable Care Act, as it's supposed to be called. And there are some shortcomings. It's too long for you to read it in one session. You have to go online and read it in doses, yeah? Because it's pile high in terms if you put it on paper and stack it up in the corner. So take the time, if you have the ability to do so. Read, even you have to read a page a day. Just like I committed myself to reading the entire Bible, and I read it much faster than I thought I could, and I completed it, but now I'm going back and taking out the things like Mark 11 verse 22 on and suck it in my spirit. And Joel, when Jesus talks about restoration. I will restore to you all that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm. Those scriptures. Jabez's prayer. Take them. And I can go on and on, even in Genesis. If you want to take it down to the beginning, everybody says, oh, we're living in the New Testament now. But we still have to go back to the Old Testament for a lot of things. And the pastors love to go to the Old Testament for tithing. But if you go to the beginning, it says, He created all these good things. So why can't He do it for you? Well, if He can't do it for you, that means the Bible is a lie. Just like Satan is a lie. Yes. That's one of my questions today. Just want to give you something to think about. Something to, go through your mind and say, oops. Yeah. Diana, I can actually love myself. And I can actually take the things of the scripture that are gospel. Because where do you think The Secret comes from? Most of the things in that book called The Secret, it's in the Bible. Go check it. I don't lie. Go check it for yourself. Play the DVD over and over and take your Bible. And then let me know. Yeah? Reminding you that this is a day that you open up your boxes of blessings and be thankful for what you have until you get more. Not saying you must not want more, because we all want some more. We could all have done with that $400 million lottery ticket last week. But only one person got it. That person's luck just came to fruition. So, when is my luck going to come into fruition? That's what I want you to ask yourself. And believe that you have received it and you shall have it. So my next question is this. And before I get to my next question, I simply wonder, why? Why is it that we have to watch television and we only see the 2%ers? What happened to us, the little people? We're talented too. We know stuff too. We're smart too. We have a brain too. Neuroplasticity is working for us in our brain. So why can't we be acknowledged for what we do without having some little squirrel trying to pick at it? So yes, I am here to tell you this morning that if you read Mark 11:22 and the verses that follow, digest it in your spirit and keep it, believe it, love who you are, and let all the naysayers and the negative people, kick them to the curb out of your life. And the unreliables, Take them out. They're not worthy of you and your success. Yeah? So find your passion today. Dig deep. And by the way, go tell a friend about the Diana Wright Show Live. Give them the website address. DianaWrightTV.webs.com. Easy to remember. Take my name, put the TV on, .webs.com. Okay? Alrighty. I want to remind you about my book signing that's coming up October 19th. And I'd love to have you there. Come, and Dax is going to have a raw food chef there, and they're going to do some demos and stuff. So you're going to be able to, I guess, sample some raw foods. I'm going to talk to Dax about that because I hope they're doing some raw food desserts. Like I saw last night on Food Network or whatever, Cook's Network, whatever it was. They were making cheesecake without any cooking, baking, or anything. Find out about that. So I'm going to ask Dax about that on Wednesday, because you know me, I don't believe in deprivation. If you need some ice cream today, have some ice cream today. Just don't eat the whole box. And just don't eat ice cream every day. Unless you're going to eat ice cream every day and nothing else but ice cream every day. Because trust me, when you eat one food, you actually lose weight because you're not contaminating it with anything else in your body. So if you eat ice cream every day and you drink water with that ice cream every day, you ain't gonna gain no weight. I promise you that. And let the experts go against me and see. Test it for yourself and you shall see. Don't know if you're losing all the abnormal body fat that you're supposed to be losing, but you do lose. You can only have one food at a time though. Eat cantaloupe all day for 3 days and see how much weight you lose. Honeydew, same thing. And don't forget the King Arthur honeydew is the best one. Short season, but it's fantastic. Okay, my other question here is, when you win, you have 1,000 fathers. When you lose, you're an orphan. That's a quote to back up what I was just talking about in terms of the 99%. Because when we are trying to do a project, when we are trying to get something done, my God, we have to hit down so many barriers and so many walls. But when those celebrities and their kids and their family members want to do something, oh my God, the doors are open. We want our doors to be open in the name of Jesus. And when they're open, no man can shut those doors. And don't even think you can shut it with your evil, wicked working of iniquity self. Shut up. It's not happening. So get rid of the naysayers. Promise you, it'll be better. So, I am watching television now, and I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back in just a moment because I have something I want to say. I truly want to say this. I want to ask this because, too many people are talking about it. Okay, so we're going to take a break. Hello to all my viewers. How are you? This is Diana Wright introducing you to my new book, Deadly Negligence, A True Story. It chronicles an astounding account of the magic of a mother's love, the power of divine miracles, and of course, Deadly Negligence will give you hope and inspiration, helping you get through anything that life throws your way. Get your copy today on Amazon.com. Thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful, blessed day. Okay, we're back, and just to let you know that the book is also available on my website. All right, at DianaWrightTV.webs.com. Okay, I'm going to throw this out because I think it's a great. I have so much news today, but I want to get out what I want to get out. I'm going to let all those racism stories that I got, and all you ladies who are wearing those clothes that you buy at Bloomingdale's for millions of dollars that you really can't afford, and then you wear it and take it back, ain't going to happen no more. Have that story for you. Whoa. Okay, so who out there are having sex? Are married people having sex? Are single people having sex? Are teenagers having sex? How about gay people? Because it seems to me that when you watch shows like Jersey Housewife and you have Joe Gorga talking about sex all the time and he's always so obsessed with the whole sex thing. Are you like me wondering, are these people really having all that much sex? Are married people having a lot of sex? I don't think so. Are divorced people having sex? Or are they reverting to virginity? AC Green is still pushing for young people to be virgins when they get married. So who are those people having lots and lots of sex that they talk about on these reality shows so much? So it got me to thinking, where are you on that sex train? Are you active? Or are you going through menopause and you don't even want to think about that thing? Because a lot of women now, even younger women in their 20s, are going into early menopause. And I know that when you're going through that menopause thing, you ain't thinking about no sex. So how many of us go through that? How many married people? And on the men's side, oh my God, you are just tired of listening to your radio, TV. It doesn't matter what you're doing. There is someone trying to tell you about Cialis or some kind of thing to make a male penis get better. I am just sick of all those ads. How about you? But I hear nothing about the libido of women. Maybe once in a while you hear something, oh, we're trying to develop a male Viagra. But if they do develop a male Viagra, would you take it? I wouldn't. Because do you know that taking Viagra could actually, the side effects are just horrible? Have you heard some of them on the TV? And not just Viagra, lots of medications that they advertise on television. When you listen to the side effects, you go, well, for me, I go, so why would I be taking that? If it's going to heal my problem, I'd rather go on my knees and pray to my God and cry out and scream and run up and down my house and say, by his stripes, I am healed. When you listen to some of the side effects of those medications, the big one now is low T for men, get the testosterone up again, because that will help with all the libido thing and the penis and whatever else. But have you listened to the side effects of those low T medications? Oh my Lord, you don't want to take it. After you listen, because the lists sometimes are so long that you have to really be patient to make sure you hear all of them. So be careful what you're doing out there, because you just never know. You just never know. Okay? So let's kind of keep that in mind. And we're going to take another break and come back to you in just a moment. Wow. Hello, everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. But there has to be a point in your life, and you will come to that point, where you have to take someone you love to the hospital. But have you ever considered that you could take that loved one, in my case, my only child, to the hospital in a normal state, and then you leave 5 months later, brain damaged, in a wheelchair, without your senses? This is my true story, Deadly Negligence, the book, available on Amazon and at my website, dianawrighttv.webs.com. I'm asking you today to get a copy. Support my story. let us get this out there, because this story will captivate you. It will shock you. It will give you hope. It will increase your faith and make you believe in miracles again. Thank you for picking up your copy today. And just in case you know Oprah Winfrey or Tyler Perry or Mr. Levinson, let them know this is worth a movie. Thank you. Get your copy today. Okay, I'm back with you and just asking you to continue to like us on Facebook. I want to say thank you to all my Facebook friends who are liking the show, who are watching it, not necessarily at the time that we're on live, but they're going to the website and watching it, and they are reading and getting the book, and we thank you so much. We want you to get the t-shirts too, because you got to get yourself ready for 2014. April 30th is International I Love Me Day. That is something we declared right here on the Diana Wright Show. We created it. I also have a CD that is entitled I Love Me, and it's copyrighted, just in case you try to go steal it. Okay? It is copyrighted. Go check it out. So, inviting you to get one of those t-shirts, because I'd love to have everyone wearing those t-shirts on the day, April 30th, 2014. That's going to be our second year of celebration. So we thank you so much for being a part of that from around the world and in the United States. Lots of buzz coming on Facebook. And of course, you know, we like the fact that we're getting people liking us from Africa, from England, from places I haven't even heard about. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we love when you talk to me on Facebook, because you notice I answer everyone. I truly do. Sometimes it might be days after you send it to me because I might be so busy, and I apologize for that. But eventually I'll get to you and answer you, all right? So I'm not one of those people who believe that because I'm on television and because I was on television in London and in Jamaica and in the Caribbean and in the US, you know, I can't take time to answer your email. I might not get as many emails and Facebook questions and, you know, likes like Oprah, but I will take my time and answer everyone. And it doesn't matter where I get to, just like I will give God the glory, I will always answer you and be grateful and thankful to you. Because if you're not watching, hey, and if you're not buying my book, and if you're not supporting the website, hey, so I gotta love you and thank you for that. So, are you one of those people having sex? I want to hear from you. Another thing I have on my mind today is the fact that Pope Francis, he told us he's a sinner. He told us that the church needs to shift its focus from abortion, contraception, and all those gay things, and try to bring people into the church. And when they come back, he wants you to ask them why they left in the first place. And he also wants you to try to make sure you keep them in the church. Because I'm telling you the truth, I've never considered being Catholic. I've been to the Catholic Church several times just to worship, because I like to go to different churches, you know. And for the first time, I'm telling you, he inspires me. And he is using the office of the Pope to say the things that a lot of us will say, can say, but it does not get heard as globally as his words. So thank you, Pope Francis. But I wonder how many preachers, how many ministers are willing to say they're inclusive of everyone, including the gay people. Because you hear Mr. Putin mouthing off about God in his op-ed and how God is, you know, for all of us. But yet he's willing to exclude gay people in his country. So are we talking through both sides of our mouth, Mr. Putin? I think so. So, anyway, let's think of that. And October is around the corner. If you are a lover of Oktoberfest like I am, I like everything international. Oktoberfest is just around the corner. Yes. So if you're a fan of Oktoberfest, it's around the corner, and you better watch out in your city when it's going to be. I went to, I think last year. Yes, I also went last year. But you know, you should try to go to different ones in different locations, because I think when you go to the same one every year, you get bored. You know, and you discover German food, and yeah, not just your food is good. Food from all around the world is good. And we should open up ourselves to appreciate other people's food, their culture, their language, their personalities. You know, all the things. Yeah, just open up. You don't have to take it on, but you need to open up. That's why people need to travel and not stay stuck in the same mud that you are all the time. Open up. The fear of the unknown is what we fear. Once we know the person, you know, it's like people will say to me, oh, I see you on TV, but I didn't know you were such a nice person. And don't talk about people that you don't know, okay? Unless they come on and speak rubbish and you know they're talking crap, like the politicians. Anyway, if you're planning on wearing that newly purchased dress to a party, tonight, or any other night for that matter, and then returning it the next day, you're out of luck. That says Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's, that store, and I'm sure there's going to be all the other, what shall I call them? Royal retailers. Because they have some weird policies, you know, seriously. When I used to work at Saks as a Fifth Avenue club person, you know, so I was like a person who would go out and create outfits for people, that kind of stuff, right? A personal shopper, glorified one, if you want to put it that way. I would be amazed at the things that Saks was willing to take back from these people. It was obvious they wore it already. Come on. And the policy was, no, customer, you take it back. Because that's 1 in a million customers that's going to come through their door, and they simply go to the end for customer service. Saks, Bloomies, Nordstrom, I don't particularly, you know, I'm not a Nordstrom person, but they have the same policy too. And I think people abuse the policy. So here we go. Bloomingdale's is stepping on the brake. Boom. Aha. So Bloomingdale's, they're cracking down on the common practice of customers buying an item, wearing it once, and then returning it. So guess what they're going to do? Bloomies has implemented a new tagging system on clothing that makes it impossible to wear the clothes and then take them back. And why do you think I want to buy the clothes that you wore and took it back? Once I take that label off and I wear that thing, I'm not taking it back to the store. Well, if I have a garbage bin that breaks in the time that I don't think it should break, I'm taking that back and get a new one. But clothing, I thought they actually took those clothing that they know was worn and not put it back on the rack. Some stores do. I've had to go to stores and call them out on it. I've had to go to a shoe store too, and they put back some shoes on that rack trying to sell it as new. No, no, no. When you're going to buy shoes at any one of these warehouses, please look at the bottom. You can tell. You're intelligent enough to know when a shoe has been worn. I don't care if it's one time, half a time, 2 times, you know. And if someone has worn a piece of garment and it's in the store, you can also tell. Even if the tags are in place, smell the armpits of the garment. I'm telling you that. Look at the collar. There are things and signs that gives it away. So don't buy those things unless you go to a thrift store and that's what you're going there to buy. That's okay. I have nothing against buying used clothes in a thrift store if that's what your thing is. But if I'm going to TJ Maxx or Bloomingdale's or Saks or Marshalls, I don't want to buy anybody's clothes that they wore already. Totally gross. So I'm so glad that Bloomingdale's is leading the rail with this one. The new tags are 3-inch visible black plastic devices. Make sure you hear me now. And if you didn't hear it now and you play it back today at some point, please make sure you send this tape to all your friends. It is important. So let me repeat. The new tags are 3-inch visible black plastic devices that are left on and displayed on the outside of an outfit, even after the customer purchases the item and leaves the store. So you go home with it. Once they decide to wear the item, they must remove a tag from the item. The tag cannot be reattached, making it impossible for a consumer to wear a dress out that night, then try to return it the next day. Well, I'm here to tell Bloomies that I don't care how good that tag is. Some people will wear that tag and say, oh, it's just the fashion part of my outfit. They will. Because I guess they used to put the tags inside the clothing. How can you even do that? If you have the tag in the clothing, it's so uncomfortable. How do you go out and party with that? And that tag is going to get sweaty anyway. No matter if it's under your arm, in your neck, or anywhere else in the clothing. So I simply wonder how people do that. And have some integrity. It is a delicate balance of loss prevention and good customer service. And the relationship has to be handled with appropriate finesse. So that's my question. How are they planning to handle this? This was said by Ross Mello, and he is the Vice President of Loss Prevention at the NRF. He's the one that gave that quotation. So the new tags are being implemented to avoid the common practice of return fraud known as, oh, there is such a thing? Oh my goodness, you learn something every day, don't you? It's known as wardrobing. An issue that the National Retail Federation estimates cost the industry $8.8 billion with a B last year. That is very sad. So I guess I guess the stores that have integrity, once they figure out that someone wore the garment, they take it out of the sellable items. And I wonder how they're going to really handle this though, because you still have that 30-day that you can take things back. My advice to each and every one of you, what I normally do when I buy something, I'm not necessarily going to wear it that day. I really try to wear it the next day because I don't like to keep things, stored up. I like to wear my things. Just like in my house, I like to use my chairs, use my china, use my crystal. Everything is used. Nothing is prayed to or adorned because it's just things, right? So my advice to you is keep the label on the clothing that you wear or that you plan to wear. Because just in case the time you plan to wear it, you don't like it anymore, and you have your receipt and you did not wear it, I said just before you wear it, you can take it back to the store unless you buy it on final sale, which I love to do because I don't like to take things back to the store. So, and final sale for me is when I get my best deals from TJ Maxx, from, what's this store called? IF or LF or whatever it's called. Those stores, you watch the item, or any big store for that matter, and you go back and you know genuinely that item is the item that you wanted. Because a lot of the stores, what they do is they'll have a big massive sale, but when you go in and you see those cheap things, they're actually cheap things. They're not the things that you think are high-end items that particular store carries. So watch out for that. I was in the retail business for a little bit. I'm not a retail kind of person. I don't want to be standing on my feet for 12 hours a day. I really don't. Sorry, don't want to do that. I love to talk too much. And I love to bring you information that can make you feel better about yourself. Like, my International I Love Me Day. My goodness, I feel so good about that day, that crusade that I'm on. Because I truly, truly, in the depth of my spirit, believe that if we all start from a place of loving who we are, our lives would be so much better and so much happier and more enjoyable. But just be humble about it. I'm not saying to be in love with yourself now. I'm saying to love yourself. Two different things. Make sure you know that. Okay, here we go. Do you believe in Satan? Ta! If you are an American, there is a better than average chance that you do. Well, Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call him, I guess he's always around. But my God is bigger than any Satan, than any devil. And you just got to rebuke that Satan or that devil that's in your life. But you got to do it all the time. You got to be aware. And don't just be sitting back and say, God is protecting me. You got to use your voice and make that tongue work for you. Power is in your tongue. Speak it. And whatever he saith, he shall have. Believe that you receive it and you shall have it. Come on, those are powerful words in the Bible. And if those words are not true and God's promises are not true, then why are we buying so many Bibles? I have Bibles all over my house. In every room, as a matter of fact. So why? And that's the reason I believe in the Word. Faith plus the Word gives you results. And remember, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So whatever you want in your life, believe you've received it, imagine it, think about it, process it, and wait. Because it's there. It's already there. And if you want healing, health to all my flesh. I'll give you the scripture for that tomorrow. I'm going to look it up. I have it in my phone, but my phone is off. So, anyway, according to a new national poll, this is a national poll about exorcism, 57% of Americans believe in the existence of the devil. Those who are more likely, guess who? African Americans. 72% of them. And if you're a Republican, 65% of you Republicans. Not all believers in the devil believe in demonic possession, though. Almost half of those polled, 51%, are pretty sure a person can be possessed by the devil or some evil spirit. And a person's religion is the best way to guess whether or not they will believe in the devil. The YouGov survey of 1,000 adults found Satan existed for 8 in 10 Christians, but only 25% of Muslims and 17% of Jews. So the Christians are more believing in the devil and Satan. Wow. The Jews. See, I love a lot of things about the Jews. I like the way they bury their dead. I love the way they think. I love the way they, work. I love the way they get married. There's so many things, man. You seriously need to explore, seriously, life and the things of life. We're going to take another break and come back in just a moment as we cue this one up for you. Take a break and come back in just a moment. Remember, April 30th, 2014 is International I Love Me Day. I want you to start thinking about what will you do special for you on that day. Share it with me on Facebook and Twitter. And join the conversation on the Diana Wright Show, Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. We are live. The number to call, 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Join the conversation. Like us on Facebook. And follow me on Twitter. Okay. We're back, and here you go. Like us on Twitter. When I'm in the mood, I give you some tweets because, it seems like Twitter is a celebrity thing. So, but I would still ask you to follow me on Twitter. All right? Okay, this is a story that I really believe that we need to talk about a little bit. 1 out of every 8 workers around the world can forget about Boca The golf course? Your golf carts, maybe? Closet full of cruise wear so you can go on any cruise you'd like? Because, like those odds, you shouldn't if you're a U.S. worker. The 12% figure for workers around the world who won't retire jumps to 18%. So you knew it went up 6%. That's not good. And that's according to a report by HSBC. You know that bank? So blame whatever scapegoat they say you'd like to give it blame. Like, high unemployment, low wage growth, the crash of the market in 2008, stunned savings, a greater longevity. Yeah, people are actually living so much longer. And healthier too are issues in France. In France, people are living longer in France, where 12% can afford to retire. 12% of people in France can afford. Wow. In China, only 7% of people can retire. And in Brazil, 5%? What is going on around the world? Yet U.S. workers and the poor sods in the UK, where 19% don't think they'll have enough cash to retire. So we're beating out everybody. We're beating out France at 12%, China at 7%, and Brazil at 5%. Whoa. They don't think they'll have enough cash to retire. Do you really need all that much cash to retire? I think you do. Isn't there a country that I told you last week that you only need $800 a month to live there? I think it was Thailand. Oh well. What's driving the disproportionate pessimism? Okay. People who are just pessimistic no matter what's going on with them. Some of them just always live in fear and frustration. And I'm going to pause there and talk a little bit about fear. Fear of poverty. You have a poverty mindset? Some people, they grow up poor, and no matter how much money they have or what they've achieved, they still think poor. Get out of that mode. And some people just live in fear of everything. Oh, there's going to be a hurricane. Oh, there's going to be... You cannot live like that, my brothers and sisters. You have to find it within yourself to live in the positive mode instead of being a pessimist. Don't live in fear. Fear is a bad thing. The only person or the only spirit, because remember, we can't see God. We can't see Jesus. That's the only fear that we need to have. Fear God, but have faith in God at the same time. In the U.S., more than 91% of U.S. workers do work-related tasks on their personal time. So even those who are retired, they have a little job on the side going on. Of those, 37% devote more than 10 off-the-clock hours to work each week, and a full 50% work while they are on vacation. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm on vacation, I ain't working. I am not working. Vacation means vacation. Take a vacation. Vacate the scene of work. Why, you ask? Because 43% of U.S. workers are afraid they're going to have their benefits cut. An additional 31% say a pay cut in their future, and 29% are worried they'll be laid off. Because you see, a lot of people believe if they take 3 weeks off from their jobs will begin to say, well, we don't really need you if you can take 3 weeks off. Meanwhile, members of Generation X keep hearing that being born at the wrong time will pretty much ensure that they never retire. I don't like that retirement thing anyway. I think you should work as long as you can work. You might be able to work less, cut your hours, or do something that you're really passionate about, but you should be doing something. Your brain get lazy and get into that Alzheimer's thing. Work that brain. It's called neoplasticity. It's already looking grim, as nearly 30% of Americans ages 65 through 69 are still employed. You see them at Walmart. Trailing only Korea, 42.5%, and Japan, 37%, and far outpacing France, 6%, and Germany, 10%. It's not as if those Americans will be retiring in their 70s either. The Census Bureau says the number of 70 to 74-year-olds in the workforce has increased 5% since 1990, while those 75 and older took up 1% more jobs than they did 23 years ago. Oh my God, we're not even allowing the old people to retire. That's terrible. But I don't believe in retirement. I think you should probably give up your full-time job that keeps you going all the time, but find your passion. Find something that you love to do to keep your brain going, you know, so you don't get stuck and bored watching just TV and watching the Diana Wright Show live on DianaWrightTV.webs.com, okay? We thank you so much from around the world and in the United States for joining us today. It's time to run. So I ask you, how easy is it for you to say, I love me? Easy, isn't it? Say it now. I love me. Be blessed. Stay blessed. And join me again tomorrow, same time, same place, when we bring you lots of stories about racism. It's blaring its head in every place. Can't get rid of it. Don't forget, October 19th is my first book signing, so join me in Plantation. And I'm doing it in Plantation first because Broward, you know, lots of people in Broward like to know and see what's going on in the community. I don't know about Palm Beach. It's kind of slow up here. So it's going to be at a place called Midtown 24, 700 Southwest 78th Avenue in Plantation, 6 to 9 p.m., October 19. And of course, Dax will be there with his raw food demonstration and the chef to show you how to do the raw food thing. So, you know, we want you to be there. And I want you to hear my testimony, most of all. So join me. And thank you once again for joining us today. Be blessed and say the magic words. And I don't want you to tell me that you're tired of hearing that. I love me. Ciao.